Guru, Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. With Vaheguru Ji's Kirpa, let's start with the body 15th of the Dakhni Onkar. And as we mentioned earlier, right, during the Vichar, that Dakhni Onkar is a expansion or the definition or the full story of Ik Onkar. That's where Maharaj is explaining what Ik Onkar means. So you can actually correlate to Ik Onkar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirpao Nirvair Akal Murat Juni Sapang Gur Prasad, right? So the first part of the Japji Sahib, or it's a full expansion of what Ik Onkar is. Japji Sahib is also a summary of Tanchiri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, but this in particular is an expansion of Ik Onkar. आओ जी शुरू करिए. जुग जुग थाप सदा निर्वैर, जन्म मरण नहीं धंधा तैर. So Maharaj is saying he was present in every jug. He also created this jug. And while creating these 4 jugs, he never had any hate or conflict with anybody. That is so beautiful. Every jug, jug thap sada nirvair. He's always a nirvair. No hate, all the time. Kise naal bhi koi vair nahi. You know, sometimes when some bad things happens to us, what do we say? Oh, Rab mere naal nafrat karda. No. Vaheguruji don't hate anybody. We might have grudges towards Vaheguruji, and a lot of people, right? We probably abusing Vaheguruji all the time. But Vaheguruji has no grudges towards us. Janam maran nahi tanda tair. Kadi Vaheguru Sache Pasha, kadi vi as jagat vich ajuni hage ne basically. He doesn't come in 84 lakh June. Although he is present in everywhere, but himself he doesn't come as such. So this is the concept which we need to understand, that Vaheguruji is in everybody, but he doesn't come as such in the form. He might sense his gurmukhs and all, but he will not come in a form which is, thought by us like a human being or something, right? But he is present everywhere. He's present in every human. He's present on everything which we see, but he's not subjected to birth and death. Jo disa so ape aap. Maharaj has, like this one line, he has defined everything. Anything you see or anywhere we see, it's all Vaheguru. The empty space or the object or the physical thing or living thing, non-living thing, he is everywhere. There's no place where he is not present, other than one place though. He is not in our mind, but he is everywhere. And that is the game. We have to bring him in his mind. That's why we need to do Adas Benti, Vaso Mere Hirde. Na? Mere Hirde de vich, mere man de vich, vas jao. Please come in my mind forever. What will happen when Vaiguruji will come in our mind? ਰੰਗ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਣਗੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੀ ਹੋਏਗਾ? Whatever are the properties of ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੁਆਲਿਟੀਜ਼ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਦੀਆਂ, ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਆ ਜਾਣਗੀਆਂ. So whenever now we think that, okay, we hate someone, remember, we don't have ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏ, ਹੈਗੇ ਤੇ ਹੈ, he is there, but he has not revealed himself to us. How can we be wary of others? How can we hate others if we know that Vaiguruji is present anywhere, everywhere? Ehi khed hai. This is the game. Because our mind gets influenced so fast with the external things. And we just see things or living and non-living things externally. We don't see what is happening inside. But Maharaj ki kende hai, jo disa so ape aap. He himself is there. He creates this world, he creates this body, and then he lives in this body. Then he lives in this world. Aap upaye ape kat thap. He created this, all the buildings. Have you seen any architect of any building? When he or she will create that building, and then he or she will start living in that building. No, because he has other work, they have to move. But Vaiguruji's, when he creates us, he'll live with us. He has created this Jug, he's everywhere, living or non-living things. That's the reason even the non-living things will have a sukham, a subtle body, because he's everywhere. When we get a dib drishti, we will see, two bodies, one physical body, one subtle body, even for a physical thing also, even for a non-living thing also, because that sukham is there. And now the quantum physics is also researching on this fact. Guru Nanak Dev Ji, he told us 50 years back or 500 years back, and quantum physics is telling us now about the parallel universe theory, that two universe, multiple universe ho sakte hai ji, and whatever we are doing, we are bounded with the time, and maybe the same things are happening in the other universe. Maharaj ne te pehla hi dasta ki parallel universe, yes, they do exist. Everything has a sukham. We have a subtle body, even the non-living things have a subtle body. Every animal, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਸੂਖਮ ਹੈਗਾ. ਟੀਵੀ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਸੂਖਮ ਹੈ, ਟੇਬਲ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਸੂਖਮ ਹੈ, ਕੰਪਿਊਟਰ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਸੂਖਮ ਹੈ. Everything has a sukham body, the subtle body. Aap upaye ape kat thap. Everywhere he's there. That's why I don't see that I bring all these translations in front of you, because you need to understand the translations are not very accurate, because we have to think from the mind perspective. We know that in our heart, in our mind, Vaiguruji is not there always, because he has not revealed us. But we know that he is there. It's like a bulb. It's like a light bulb. The bulb is present out there, but it is not getting an electricity. And that electricity is Naam. And Naam will provide that electricity. One, that Naam will provide that electricity, that will start glowing, that bulb. Then Vaheguruji will come in our heart also. Then we will not see anybody separate. We'll say everybody is same. If today we are thinking that we are better than others or somebody is lower than us, doesn't matter who that person is, doesn't matter who that person looks like. Some people get this false or a fake arrogance, or I say they fake pride, I should say. They get an arrogance. Then when they go and take Amrit and all, right, and they are better than, no, 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 no. Sikhs are not better than Hindus. Sorry. Sikhs are not better than Muslims. Sorry. Everybody's same. Maharaj, God has no religion. Vaheguruji has no religion. Allah has no religion. Ram has no religion. Whatever you want to call him. All these names are given by us. But the real Naam, the real Shabad for him is something which we can hear. It starts from there, the voice of Vaheguru. And then slowly and slowly we see his Prakash. Aap upaye, appe kat aap. Kat vich hai. He's there everywhere. Aap agochar tante lai. Agochar. What is agochar? Agochar is, we have senses, right? We have indriya, or we have senses in our body. We make these pictures, hypothetical pictures, and the idols, calling that this is God, this is God, this is somebody, right? But Jeda Vaiguru da Vishay, the subject of God, is not the subject of senses. He is above the senses. He is not the subject of our thought process. Beyant, Nirankar, formless. His limit cannot be found. Because everything, when we see from our senses, ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਇੰਦਰੀਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਵੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ, we can say, okay, God is maybe little bit small, big, more big, but no, you cannot measure God. There is no measuring tape to measure. There are not units to measure Vaheguru. But because we are influenced with the Maya, that's the reason Vaheguruji is not reachable to us. Because the Maya's influence is the influence of our senses. Whatever we can perceive. Because our perception is not something which is part of Vaheguruji's. We cannot perceive Vaheguruji. It's very difficult to explain. Vaheguruji cannot be explained. Jog Jugat Jag Jeevan Soi. Maharaj is telling us that he is the only one. He will bring us to the right path. You guys just check your life. Maybe at least for my life, there was a time I didn't knew anything about Vaheguruji. I mean, still I don't claim I know anything about Vaheguruji. But I was not in this path when I was young, right? And Vaheguruji will create that jugat, that jugti, that technique. What is that technique? He will somehow bring us on this path. Two paths, right? Live and path. The path of love and the path of materialistic life. Maya da rasta. But Maharaj ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਤੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਆਂਦੇ। Slowly and slowly, everybody has their own story. Everybody has their own story, and it is all miraculous stories. How they came into Sikhi. Sikhi is not just keeping your hair and keeping your kakars. No, it's more to it. That doesn't mean the kakars are not important. Kakars are very well important, but just wearing the kakars, just taking the amrit doesn't mean that you're walking on the path of Sikhi. Khalis from outside, khalis from inside. We have to be khalsa from outside and what good that khalsa is. The khalsa is good from outside but not inside. Then we'll have all those five vikars: kam, krodh, lom, ahankar. They will come with us. So that's the reason, you know um, Bhai Nandlal ji, once he asked Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, what is needed in a Sikh? He said, the Sikh can be recognized from his achar, ahar, and guftar. Achar is character. What is the character? What kind of a karams? What kind of actions that Sikh is doing? Ahar is what does that person eat? What is he eating? What is his diet? And guftar is what are the words which are coming out of his mouth? These three things will show how much Gurbani's principles that person is following. That's why we have double characters, different in front of the Sangat and different in front of the family, friends, or others. This is the reason when we talk about our avastha, when we say, oh, okay, where is my avastha? What has changed in my life? You don't have to ask anybody. Just check these three things. What are you eating? How are you behaving? How are you talking with others? Are you talking with respect or you have so much home? Maybe you claim to people that you have met Vaheguru or whatnot. There are a lot of claims. But when you will stay with that person for a certain time period or day in, day out, you will know what is the achar, what is the ahar, what is the guftar. But we don't have to look these three things in others. We have to look these three things in ourselves. How we behave, how I am behaving with others, what is going in my mind, how can what are the words which are coming out of my mouth, what are the actions I have, and what do I eat. Very important. That's why in Sikhi, till the time our three things are not following, then there is still the time we should do Ardas Benti and say all these Panjavikars, these five thieves, are basically putting me in the path of the Tat. I want to walk on the path of live. Continuous Benti. That's why we do every day. Jeta Samund Sagar Neer Parya. Tete Ogun Hamare. People say, oh, we have all guns, we don't have any organs. How is that possible? Pulan Andar Sabko, a Pull Guru Kartar. Only Vaheguru Ji is there who don't do mistakes. We all do mistakes. But if somebody say, I don't do mistakes, that means we are saying we are not sick. Then why are we going in the front of the doctor? When we go in the front of the doctor, as in Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, Mera Bad Guru Govinda, right? To the doctor, we have to first confess, yes, I have these issues. Please erase. Kam krodar lobh binas jaye ahamev Nanak Prabh Sharanagati Kar Prasad Gurdev. We are saying erase these. But if we don't, even if we say that we don't have calm, we don't have krodh, we don't have lobh, we don't have moh, we don't have hankar, we don't hate anybody, we don't do nidya chukli, then what are we asking from Vaheguru Sache Pasha? we should ask so that these things can be erased by Vaheguru through his Naam, through his Shabad. We know this Jukti. That's why Kar Achar Sach Sukh Hui. Then only the Sukh will come. Then only the Sach will come in your life. If your character is good. That's what Guru Nanak Dev Ji is saying. Naam vihuna mukad kiv hui. Without the Naam, we cannot be liberated. We will have to come back again if we don't have Naam. Vin nave virod sharir. Maharaj is saying the sharir, the body will always have a pain, always have a dukh. Pain doesn't mean only the physical pain. Physical pain as well as mental pain, the mental agony we will have. Without the Naam, Vin nave virod sharir. Without the Naam, we will have this. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter how much money you have. You will have these problems. So that's why we need to connect with Naam. Kyun na mile katte man peer. Now, this is the thing. Why we are not meeting Vaheguru? Why our mind's dukh, the pain is not going away? And Maharaj explains that. Vaat vatau ave jai. We first need to understand that we are travelers. We discussed it, I think, yesterday also. Vaat vatau ave jai. We come in this world as a travelers. When we are traveling in a bus, in a train, or in a plane, or in a car, similarly, we have come to this world as a traveler. That means that if we are a traveler, that means this is not our permanent destination. For a traveler, physical traveler, he or she is always thinking about his home because the family, from the place they are, they will always be thinking like that about their permanent house. Similarly, we have to realize that this world is not permanent for us. Maharaj says, Kya le aya, kya palle paye? What did you brought from when you were born? What did you brought? ਕੀ ਲਿਆਂਦਾ ਸੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ? ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਿਆਉਂਦਾ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਕੀ ਜਾਏਗਾ? ਤੇਰੇ ਪੱਲੇ ਵੀ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾਮ ਤੋਂ ਬਗੈਰ। ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਕਿਉਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਮਗਰ ਦੌੜਦੇ? If we know for the fact that we didn't brought anything in this life and nothing is going to go with us with other than Naam, then why we are putting our focus on the worldly things? Because we are insecure. We don't have a faith on Vaheguru. Maharaj ne te कहता कहंदे थिर कर बैसो हर जन प्यारे सतगुर तुमरे काज सवारे. But we don't believe on this. Maharaj says, sit in your permanent house in the Dasam Dwar. Vaheguru Ji will do all your work. But we don't have a prosa. We don't have a faith. That's why kya le aya, kya palle paye, vin nave, tota sab thain. And they katta. You'll just be losing every day. You know, we celebrate the birthday. We are happy, this person is 16 years, 18 years, 21 years, whatever. 25 years, silver jubilee, 50 years, golden jubilee, right? But Maharaj is saying, tu te katta khande. You're losing the battle. Every day, every breath, if we are not remembering Vaheguru, we are losing the battle. Vin nave tota sab thain. Tu jithe marji chale ja. You know, some people say, oh, we'll go there and maybe we'll be, we'll go to that Tirath. Maybe we'll be connected to Vaheguru better. No. Maharaj says, Sangat. Sat Sangat mile so tarya. Gur Prasad Parampad Paya Suke Kasa Tharya. The Sat Sangat is the place The Sachi Sangat where the Naam Japana is happening, that is the place. And that starts within your family. You can start doing the Sangat within the family. Laha mile, jan de bujaye. Then only we will get this profit of this Naam, profit from the Sangat. When Maharaj, when Vaheguru Ji will do the kirpa to us. ਜਦੋਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸਾਡੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸੋਝੀ ਪਏਗੀ। ਲਾਹਾ ਮਿਲੇ ਜਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੁਝਾਏ, ਵਣਜ ਵਪਾਰ ਵਣਜੇ ਵਪਾਰੀ। And then we will become the traders of Naam. Then we will only trade in Naam. When we will sit with friends, when we will sit with the family, we'll only talk about Naam. Because then we understand, win navai kaisi pat sari. Kende there is no honor without the Naam, neither in this world nor on the spiritual world. Vadayai Naam ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਰੀ. All the vadayai, all the honor is in the Naam, nothing else. Okay ji, Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. We'll start from the 17th paudi tomorrow. आओ जी ਆਪਾਂ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰ ਲਈਏ ਥੋੜਾ। ਵਾਹੇ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ, ਸੁਣਨਾ ਹੈ। We have to say ਵਾਹ and we have to listen. We have to say Guru, we have to listen. आओ जी शुरू करिए। वाहेगुरु 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 वाहेगुरु